Sho-Timetv Pocast, we back. I told you I started out with the DVDs, DVD Legend. Now we taking it to outer space. My co-host.
What's up? Okay.
Introduce yourself.
Give me a nice introduction. Okay. What's going on, baby? CHILLWILL from the East Side, man. Glad to be here, man, with this guy. Let's do it. Showtime.
Like I said, my co-host, DJCHILLWILL from the East Side. Legend in his own right. He's, doing his thing. But, like I said before, I got a wish list of people that I wanted to come to the building. And then, I got to smirk when I say this. We got Vina Love in the building.
Hey, y'all. What's up? What's up? Oh, I look cute right there. That's cute. Hi, y'all.
Yeah, we just enjoying the moment for a second.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so damn, I don't even know where to start because when I'm doing interviews like this, I like to just enjoy the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So let me know where you at right now.
Right now, I'm in the studio a lot.
Okay.
Like every day, and I'm just making stuff. Like I'm not boxing myself in. I'm not putting myself in no lane. I'm just like, have fun, make the music you want, say what you got to say, make it sound how it needs to sound sonically, whatever's going on. I've really been tapping into my vocabulary lately.
Okay.
I feel like I'm in high school again, and I just been, writing down my words, going in my songs. Like, all right, instead of saying this, let me say this. So just really reworking what I want to sound like, but really paying attention to what I want to sound like. So that's what I'm doing right now. So
you saying you got a lot of songs recorded already?
Mm-hmm.
It's like one of those like, at any minute you could just pop out with it. It's a classic.
Yep.
Right.
At any minute.
So Will, I know he definitely be into the production thing. I be seeing him. All his stuff is like crisp. I thought I was doing a good job, and so I saw his stuff. I got to step my game up. So you as a DJ, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's your thoughts on, when like new talent, like
with new talent? I'm looking for people to be different, instead of following the same traits. That's what's happening now. Everybody's jumping on the same challenging, and that's too easy. Like, come out, think out of the box. That's what I'm looking for.
And I think that you kind of on the same page. That's why I kind of like, because we had conversations, so I kind of knew that where he was at with it. So I feel like that's kind of where you at, like just doing a lot of things.
Yeah.
Just like discovering yourself all over again, right?
Because the world's so trendy right now.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to, of course, prosper. So you feel like you have to jump on every wave, every trend that comes. But I feel like a real musician, a real artist sticks to what that is. And yes, we are, I'm not going to say we're not influenced or we're not paying attention to what's going on. You should always pay attention no matter what. But stay true to what you want to sound like. And if you can infuse that with what's going on, then cool. You're really tough. But for the most part, don't shy away from what you really love to do, because that trend is only going to last but so long. So what's after that? If you only become equipped in that, what's going to happen next season?
And that's how that's how they brand themselves. If you're just being yourself,
Yeah.
Can I ask any questions?
Yeah,
I'm the co-host.
We here. We here. Like,
so can we expect any more films, more on TV?
Absolutely.
Seeing that pretty face.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thanks for the compliment. Appreciate you.
I thought
yes, definitely. I will be in movies, commercials,
nice.
Even voiceover stuff. Like I have a movie on Netflix, and it's called Fearless. So if you have children, it's a great movie for kids.
I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah, it's really dope. Gabrielle Union, Dwayne Wade, Fat Joe. Yara Shahidi. It's a lot of people in the movie,
nice.
But it's a really good movie, and it was the first time I ever did voiceover, and I just never thought I would like it the way that I did. So yeah, you're gonna catch me everywhere. Y'all gonna be like, damn, Vina over here. Wait, I thought she did this, but wait, she do this too.
Nah, that's what it's about. Showing those different personalities.
That's big right there. The voiceovers.
Yeah.
That's
and the money is wonderful.
It's beautiful, right?
No.
I know.
Cha-ching.
I'm about to write that down. Like,
I'm trying to do something myself, man. Shout out to Macho Camacho from the East Side boxer.
Oh, I saw
legendary boxer. I'm doing like a DJ thing for him.
I saw that.
We working that out.
I had to put a comment. I was clout chasing. So coming from Harlem, you know, it's a lot of talent in Harlem. It's a lot of swag, you know, a lot of energy. Do you feel any kind of, you know, way about it? Like, does it add pressure knowing that you come from a place where, no, you sort of, I just want to know. I'm asking.
Quickly, she like,
That's a good answer.
I mean, one thing about it, I feel like if you're like, all right, it's mad people from Harlem, but like, if you a true Harlem, like, that's really you, what is pressure? Like, what is pressure? What is not feeling like you fit in? What is not being comfortable? What is not feeling swaggy? What is, like, if you really from Harlem?
Fix your mic.
Me?
She good? You good? Who, me? With him? We good. We good.
Good.
No,
You want me to re-answer?
Yeah.
All right. Being from Harlem, I don't feel no extra pressure. I feel like if you really from Harlem and you really are who you say you are, it's just a natural thing. Like, you're just like that, and that's just what it is, and it's not really too much to it, not too much thinking.
Right.
And I really feel like, I mean, I'm a product of the world, obviously, but I definitely feel like I'm a product of my environment, my neighborhood, because I really am classy, fly, a boss, can dress, swaggy, this, that, all the definitions of what a Harlem person is. I feel like I have all of that, and then I'm so princess about everything, so that's why I carry the name Harlem Princess so heavily and so hard, because it's like, yeah, we rough, yeah, we tough, yeah, we gritty, but we still classy, we still pretty, we still look good, smell good.
Because Harlem is different, man. When you once you hit that bridge, it's a different type of energy.
You gotta know where you're going, know who you're talking to.
Exactly.
You gotta know what's really going on.
Yeah, because when people was like, "Yo, Showtime, you from Harlem?" I felt kind of good. I'm like, I'm not from Harlem, I'm from the Bronx, but you know, I be around. They know me.
And then I'm from the East Side, so if you know, you know. Everybody's not like crazy fans of the East Side, but then there's people who really do love us, and there's some people from the West Side that you really love, and there's some sides you don't. It's just like anywhere you go, but
Harlem
being
from
Harlem, period, is
Harlem
just fun.
is like going to high school or college, man. Like it's
but like, I guess
like you gotta be right, man.
Everybody, it's just really the upbringings. You know, everybody don't have it, but it's really who your people
you are,
who your people are.
I see that you really the person you say you are.
Yes.
You know, like it's.
Thank you for that.
That's
Appreciate
good. You know, that's a good energy. And I seen you kind of evolve. Like I want to talk about what I was mentioned earlier off camera. The first time I was introduced to her as an artist was on the Even Experience with Mac 357, and she was doing the interview. And I was just sitting there. And I'm like, who is that? And she was like, I said, you was looking Harlem like Harlem. She's looking like money, I ain't gonna lie. You had the blue joint with your hair. I got that picture still. I still got a picture with you. So I was like, okay. And then it was, you know, going on about the music and then the things that you was attached to. And then I was, you know, I had to pull up the gram. I saw you like on a flight or something. I said, oh shit.
Out.
Yeah. Like I said, I see what she doing. Like I kind of like want to stay in that realm. You know, you are.
Right.
We say you
know,
are,
and then at the same time,
greatness.
we around greatness.
Right.
So like that's what we trying to produce more greatness. You know what I'm saying? If I'm hanging around a weirdo and when I'm not doing nothing with my life, it's like it's kind of, you know what I'm saying? That's what you're gonna end up being. So like I'm like saying like, damn, I'm in a room with millionaires, rising stars. We doing something right.
Yep.
But that was the first time I got to meet you. And that was a dope experience. And then your voice is crazy.
Thank you.
I ain't gonna lie.
Thank you.
I'm not even like I used to just listen to rap all the time, and it had to be a special type of person with a talent to kind of really, you know, that soul food to get me. So like when you catch somebody who listen to battle rap all day, and rap all day, and you like, you know what I'm saying? So
I appreciate that. Thank you.
That was dope. I just wanted.
Thank you.
Right. Did you collab with anybody else from Harlem? Any females?
From Harlem. It's so crazy. Me and Journey Montana. She's another R&B singer from Harlem. Okay. And we actually have a session tomorrow, so I'm excited about that. And she's a younger generation for me. Like I feel like people look at me and they're like, "Damn, like she's really young." I'm actually like been doing it for so long. So now all the newcomers are way, way younger than me. So I be feeling like I have to tap in with them. Like I have to sit in the studio with them. I have to pick their brains, talk to them. Even if we don't make a song together, like we sat and we spoke. Like you understand, I'm not gonna say like the vet, but you're talking to somebody that been in this for so long, and I could kind of fill you in on the loopholes. So it is big. It is a big deal for me to tap in with all my Harlem artists. But yes, I do have a song with Fergie Baby. That's one of my close friends, rapper from Harlem.
Okay.
I have a song with Vado about to release this summer, actually, Chuck Cash. It's so much going on. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. It's a lot going on. But I do have a song with a Bronx artist, Bug Out Brazy. Getting something soon with Kenzo B. It's a lot going on.
That's nice. I mean, a lot is good.
On,
you know?
Vino, I don't know if you guys know Vino.
Yeah.
Vino's another artist. About to drop a song with him too. So everybody, I haven't been big throughout my career on features. I always felt like it had to always make sense. Like, I don't want to just give a random person a feature and it don't do nothing for you, and I don't want you to do it for me and it don't do nothing. It got to make sense.
It got to make sense.
Yeah.
That's a Harlem talk.
You feel me? So
you know?
now I'm at a point where it makes sense. Like, anything I get on is going to do something for somebody, and anybody I choose to make a song with is beneficial for me as well. So I'm just letting everybody drop all their features, and then I'm going to drop my project.
That makes sense. It sounds like you really thought it out.
What? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, like it sounds like you know your worth too.
Yeah. I have my own label. So it's a certain way that I think about things prior to them even occurring, because I think about the outcome.
Right.
Like, yeah, I could do this, but later on, what I'm going to go through if I do that. Oh. And that lady over there, my mama, shout out to my mama. She's really smart, and she always made me very aware of ownership. Like, whatever you do, you don't want nobody else to be able to take the credit for. Whatever you do, you want to be able to sell it, keep it, throw it over there, hold it down for a little bit. You want to have creative control. You want to have control over what you do. So it was just major for us to go start a label. And of course, we're open to working with other labels, but it's always a partnership. I never want to be under you. I want us to work together to make the goal happen. And I don't think a lot of our artists now even think that far or think that deep into it, and it's a big deal. You'll waste a lot of your years not knowing.
Exactly. I'm gonna keep it a stack. It'd be a lot of artists that hit me up, and I'm like, they're like, yeah, I need you to manage me.
And don't even know what the essence of that even is.
And I'm like, you don't have nothing to manage.
Yeah.
Right? Then I'm like, all right.
No shade, y'all. No shade.
No shade.
I mean, we don't know.
He said, I mean.
I'm just saying, it's Showtime, man. We putting on this. We got to let them know, man.
What I'm saying is, and I'm like, okay, where your music at? And then they'll tell me like a streaming service that everybody could have. And then I'm like, okay, well then, what about this and what about that? You know,
It's so funny because right now reminds me like of, if you know the stories, obviously I wasn't alive, but if you know the stories about Motown and all around that time, it reminds me so much of then, because that's when artist development was really a thing. Like people were going to scout these groups or going to scout that one singer to make them who they would essentially end up being. Yeah. Now it's like everybody's so lazy.
Oh my God!
Nobody wants to do the artist development.
We got
with
sound
themselves.
effects here, man. She hitting all these right notes.
yeah.
Ding, ding,
It's
ding,
like
ding, ding.
no reality.
Right.
Like, you have to be real with yourself. You have to have an image. You have to be honest with yourself. Like, you can't just say, "Oh yeah, I make music," and it come outside with a T-shirt and
they
like,
want you, and now they want you all the way packaged already.
Yeah,
like they want you to do all the work yourself.
About that.
I respect it. I respect it. At the end of the day, you can't say you want something. We have different means now. Back then there wasn't Google. Back then there wasn't YouTube.
Right.
Back then there wasn't all the blueprints that we had. You had to hear from word of mouth. Now everything's right in front of you. You can see how not to do certain things and what to do. So I understand the label wanting you to come with some type of development already developed, because it's like, yo, we're trying to get to it. There's too many talented people. You don't got it together? Okay, cool. You do? Bet. Like, let's go. So it's like you want to pull up knowing that you look good, smell good, confident, sing good, sound good, dress good, so that there's just an add-on and you're not readjusting your whole way.
And you know what I'm learning too? Like lately, I say in the past year or so, I've learned to just be like, yo, even if I'm right and I know I'm right about something, or I know the facts because I looked it up and I know it could work, I'm okay with just saying, like, you be safe. Like, I just don't want to deal with it.
Yeah.
Like, I just rather, you could love somebody and you could see something. And I feel like I'm an intellectual when I feel like I think on a certain level. Sometimes I know that I'm smart enough to know that I need to, there's more for me to learn. And I always said this. There's always a saying, think outside the box. But I always would say, think outside the box, but look back in it to get both perspectives. Because sometimes you have to see inside out to really see what's going on. And I learned this. I was a manager. I was a team lead manager at Target. And I had a lot of managers that were over me. And I noticed that they were managers. And they were only going to be managers. They were never going to amount to nothing else but being a manager.
Right.
And this guy pulled me over, a Caucasian guy pulled me over. He said, the problem with you and them is that you're a leader. And you're never gonna accept the way you're being treated, and you won't accept the system. So the fact that you see the system and you know your worth, and you're that passionate at the logistical things, because hey, I do this now. I'm tired from this day job. I'm tired from all this stuff, but you have to dig deep to be like, yo, look, I gotta do this so I don't have to do that later. Right. And you said that.
This is the segue for me too.
You said that. Yeah. You said that.
She had a lot of. You
said that. You was like, you said, because you. She said something. She said she could see certain things, like foresee certain things. And remember me talking, I always say, I looked at the situation and I seen no possible futures for me that was good in that direction.
Exactly.
It's so crazy because they go back to being like a Harlemite. Like when you pull up anywhere, you automatically like.
When you're in the room, exactly.
You automatically, I'm out. I see you later.
Yep. Or you be like, the vibe.
All right, bet, I'm chilling. Like, all right, bet, like roll up. It's you kind of already do that. So it's like all the qualities.
Assessing.
Even just like as a woman, like with another woman in the room, I'm sure she can agree. Growing up, you always hear, don't fall in love with potential. And it's like, we tend to only think of that in a relationship sense, but that's in every sense. That's in a business sense. That's in a friendship sense. Like, potentially this could work. And it sounds good, but I don't see the plan for it, so let me dip. Like, it's just taking all these things that you've always heard and just applying them to every part of life. And
it has to make sense.
Boxed in,
Like you said, it has to make sense.
Yep, for
and
sure.
Don't I say that a lot? I talk to my manager. We speak a lot. Sonny do. We talk a lot, and we have these conversations where it has to make sense.
Yeah.
I used to feel like when I started doing this media thing, I used to, my way my brain works. I said, I'm gonna meet these people on this DVD, and I did it, right? I did it. So, and then it's like, okay, it has to make sense. This is what people like. Even though I like it, I know people like these people, and they want to see those people. But at some point, I'm a creator. Right. So I'm like saying, you know what? I don't want to be that person that's standing next to somebody that's important.
Right.
I want to be somebody that's just important, that put in just the amount of work as that person.
Like the Wi-Fi connection.
Exactly. You know?
You want to be able to connect everybody, but you need whatever it is that you
I need to, because before you would never see me. You would never see me on Showtime TV. I was always smart. You'll see your Vina Loves, your Jacquays, your Loaded Luxes, your Murder Mooks, and you'll hear my voice. And then I'll take pictures once in a blue moon, but you will never see me in front of the camera.
Right.
Then, when the shift changed, it was me right there. Doing the business, doing the camera, doing this, doing that, but you seen me. But I already did all the footwork.
That's may I jump in? That's what it's about, man. A lot of the artists, they want to just get it right away. Yeah. It's not about that. It's a process. You know what I mean? So, like you said, you was behind the scenes, and then it was a time to get, broad in the picture, And that's what it's about, man. It's about creativity, man.
It's like I want not just to take a picture with DJCHILLWILL from the East Side. I don't want to just take a picture with Vina Love. I want to build a relationship with Vina Love. Yep. I'm not chasing a bag. I'm chasing relationships. Them bags are going to come with those relationships. See, you're going to remember me after this conversation because of the conversation that we're having. So we vibrate. We're vibrating in the same space, So those are the people that you need to stay more in tune with. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So now having this conversation, and I had conversations with many grown men who have all these resources that she just mentioned and that you just mentioned, and they still, you ever seen that movie Failure to Launch? It's like you got all of these degrees or you got all this stuff, but you cannot execute.
Yeah, some people don't know the first step, or some people then took so much time sitting in their brains that they don't even know what. It's so much influence now. Like, social media is a beautiful thing, but it's also really harmful because it pours so many things into your brain that you can't even really tell your thoughts from the world's thoughts. So it's a lot. So you have to really like be so firm in yourself that you know what you're thinking and you just see all this other stuff.
You know what you just said, right? You see what she just said, right? She basically broke down for people who won't understand. Your subconscious mind is being attacked by imagery.
I don't want to say it like that because I didn't. But it's to be clear.
But this is deep.
No. This is where we at with it.
Yes,
You know, this
spiritual.
I meet my guests where they at. The conversation is here. But and I tell people, sometimes people be thinking, oh, they're so smart. No, you have knowledge of that particular thing. That doesn't mean you smart and you have common sense. You know what I'm saying? But what you said, you make a lot of sense.
Yes.
You make a lot of sense, and it's crazy at the age you are, from where you started at, and the conversation I've had with grown ass men.
Yeah.
And this is the problem.
I learned to limit my conversation with a lot of people because I realized after I spoke for so long that they didn't even grasp really what I said. So I learned to just like not say much and let certain people lead the conversation. And then I know what I can give, like how much to give.
And that's their loss.
Be drained by the end of the conversation. Like,
you're very intellectual. You're very intellectual.
I just learned something. You heard? Because my dumb ass beat. I just really learned that like 6 months ago. Because usually my dumb ass would be going back and forth and shit for a little while.
People.
And I'm
now,
like,
don't get me wrong. When I'm mad, I'm mad.
Human. We all human. But the bounce back is what it is. The bounce back.
Because my mom, she'd be like, yo, chill. Like, you don't need to be that mad. Because when I'm passionate, I really want you to understand. I really want you to understand. But I had to learn. I would cut some of that passion down and a lot of my time down if I would just stop saying so much. Some people just don't get it.
But that's the artistry of you too. Yeah. When you went on TV and showed the other side, of, you know, that's what makes you an artist, and that's the big thing of a bigger picture, a bigger dream.
No, you good. You good. This, and I wonder how I met him through a personal friend, right? And she never really brings nobody to me, like not that much. But she's like, yeah, my man Chill Will, he's a good guy. You need to connect. And I'm like, all right. I like his pictures. I followed him. I said, I gotta follow you. I ain't follow you. I gotta follow you on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? My Instagram been bugging. But anyway, I finally chopped it up with him because like I had to explain to people about PR. Like really, like you're gonna put a project up and put no press behind it. You're not gonna do press releases. You're not gonna. This is how I know whether I'm wasting my time or not, right? So when I finally talked to him and I said, yeah, well, you gotta get this done and this done and this done, and we talking and we vibing. I'm like, all right. And he's like, yeah. So I'm like, okay, all right. The next day, if not the next few hours, this man undid half of the shit that I done told him to do or mentioned to him about it. And he was on me like, yo, nah, we got to do the next thing right now. And I'm like, wow. Like, I didn't expect that because I was so drained from dealing with people and talking that really surprised me. And this is why like he's here now, because we built that relationship. Sometimes I get lost in myself and overwhelmed. And then like I notice that he'll reach out to me and he'll bring me back.
I tell you one thing, whether you believe in Jehovah God or if you believe in the universe, whatever it is, whatever higher power you believe in, if you ask and you deserve, you shall receive. You always hear if you ask, you shall receive. And people forget that little middle part. You must deserve it. You must be ready, prepared for it. And the same thing you just said, I made my first album in 2016 and I never put it out. Then I made another one in 2019, never put it out. Then I made another one, didn't put it out. So it only kept happening that way because I kept working with people that didn't believe in me the way I believed in me. So it was like they with it because it sounded good. Then when it was time for the long studio sessions where we in the studio for 13 hours, when we really trying to get it done, people get weary, like, I don't really know if this gonna work. Like, let me chill from her. But then I kept asking, like, Jehovah, I need 2 producers that's motivated. They care about what's going on. I done worked with all kind of producers. Exactly. I didn't spend $10,000 on beats. I didn't like really been doing this for so long, so many different states. state to state to state, and then I write all my music. So with me spending 10 bands on a beat, I don't want to spend another X amount of money on a writer. So I'm really just locked in. But then the music not really hitting like that. So I was just like, you know what? Let me just stop. And I stopped. I had made probably like 100 songs. I was signed. I had a partnership deal with Cinematic at the time. We made all the music, and then we ended up parting ways. I was independent, and I was just like, I got to stop making the music because I need the tools, which are the producers. And a year later, by the time the end of the year came, I had 2 new producers, 19 years old, both in church, both in school. They know how to play the keys. They talented here. They know how to do this. They know how to do that.
Nice.
Hungry every day, calling me like, yo, V, what we doing? I got a stool. Pull up. And now, about to be a year later, we got so much music made. They really believe in what we doing. They really learning their own ways of doing it.
Let's give it up for them, man.
Putting them in business with other people, and they know how to get their money and they splits and X, Y, and Z. So it's like I asked and I received, but I had to deserve it. And that's why it took so long. And when it come to patience, I'm not good with that. So I was down on myself, like you said. I was overwhelmed. When I didn't have to be, because my timing was exactly what it was supposed to be. And I just had to chill.
Patience is a virtue.
Yeah, patience is a virtue, but it's hard. And we from New York, so we really don't know patience.
Y'all hear her saying it's hard? You see?
It's hard.
Yeah.
But it's kind of good. I feel like it's therapeutic though.
Yeah.
You know, it's therapeutic.
You will lose your mind a couple times, but the get back is the best part.
But it's good to hear this too, because like he already know. I just recently, like, we've been connected like for a few months, like, but it was some heavy shit going on. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes I be wanting to have a conversation about doing business. You already know who you're gonna lock in with or whatever, so you don't really reach out that much because you already know.
I swear I'm the same way.
You know what I'm saying?
I'd be like, no, I'm not feeling to reach out because I know one day you gonna have to come to me. So let me just chill. Like,
or we already know who we locked in with, and that's
it.
that. It's that. But sometimes it's right. What I'm saying is that sometimes it's good to hear. It's like therapy. It's like unofficial group to have this conversation, because I'm like, damn, I'm not crazy.
Yeah, breath of fresh air.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you are
Somebody
the
gets
product.
It's a deep breath.
Yeah. When you know you are the product,
feel
just keep going.
Nah, but I do believe in God though, and it's crazy because I'm gonna share this with y'all. I really don't be sharing. I share, but I don't share. But I remember me one day praying to God, saying, if there's people who don't need to be in my circle right now, please let them go. Let them go. And I don't care who it is and how much it hurts me. And damn, I lost my wife. Lost my wife. My wife was no longer there. And I was like this.
Start asking for some discernment. Jehovah be like, oh, word, bet here. And you be like, hold on, I wasn't ready.
Listen, and this is the new thing that I came up with though. It hurts until it don't. Somebody else probably said it, but still, like, it hurts until it don't. And then you realize how much ground you covered without this person.
Yeah.
It's a stigma. Like, now I've matured to the point with help from friends, Vera Edwards, got Sonny Do, CHILLWILL is in the mix. Hopefully we could be friends in the future, you know, and build more. I realize now to say no thank you to certain behaviors and certain things. I don't have to do it. It's a choice.
I just said that the other day too. I'm learning how to say no. Like, I'm learning how to be like, nah, I'm good.
And that's where I'm at with it. So, you got something else to say?
No, I was going to try to touch on that. Like, why would we kind of stutter on that? Is this because we think it's going to block something, or we just feel like, why would
mean, on my end, I have a very big heart. Okay. Like, I was raised with mad kids. Like, my grandmother adopted kids my whole life. My mom is very supportive. Like, I just always grew up with support and giving. So for me, it just always been like, you know what? I got you, bro. Don't worry about it. I got you. And it'll take from me. And I realize later on, like, all right, I'll go out with all my friends. I'm the only one that don't drink, so I'll offer to drive everybody home. Yeah, everybody just get in my car. Like, you good. Get in my car. But then by the end of the night, I didn't drive everybody home. Now it's 5 o'clock. If I didn't drive everybody home, I'd have got home at 2 and I'd have been able to get up earlier. So it was like certain sacrifices I was making. I was just like, and
that's you though. That's what makes you though.
Yeah, it makes me, but I realized too, like, I've done it for so long that maybe I can just chill for myself. Like, you did it, you proved it already. Everybody know you like that. You can say no, girl. Like, they're not gonna hate you, and if they do, then so what?
Balance.
Like, you know, it is
Damn
what it
if
is.
you do, damn
But
if you
yeah,
don't.
just learning how to say no, and watching my mom learn how to say no. Like,
Shout
you
out
know,
to mom.
Yeah, like my mom be like, I'm not doing that,
And that's
I'll
what
be
I'm
like, "All right,
saying.
bet."
That's what I mean with the upbringing. It's really your upbringing. A lot of people
Yeah.
don't have that, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But this guy right here, man, you know, it's good to be in touch and being spiritual and meeting. It's really, like you said, your surrounding, you
Yeah.
know? And that's what it's about.
Yeah.
We touched on a lot of good things. I hope y'all guys are paying
I
attention.
really
man.
enjoyed this. So
Yep.
before you go, right? What do you want to leave? What do you want to leave the audience with?
On my way here, right, I was random thought. Can we curse?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna say exactly what I said in my head. We dead ass in control of every day. Like when you get up and say, "Oh, I got to do this and this and this and this today." I don't have a job, so everything it is that I do is based off of what I did the day before. So it was like, all right, if I handled everything I wanted to take care of on my list, the next day I have a new list. I have something else I'm creating my days. I'm creating my weeks. I'm saying I want to be in the studio from 12 to 5, and then I want to go to another studio from 8 to... Nobody's telling me what I have to do and what I can't do, so do everything. Like, take every day and spend every day doing something. And I just feel like it's a lot going on in the world. And if you're not sure about what you want, you're going to get lost. And you're going to get depressed and sad, and everything going to feel so dark. So you have to find something to cling on to. And your day, fill your day up with the things that you like to do. Even if you want to sleep, be intentional about it. Don't feel bad later on that you slept all day. Be intentional about everything you want so you can really live in it and really enjoy it. And not feel like you're wasting your days, because I spent a lot of days wasted. So... yeah, just tap in with yourselves, man.
I like
just
that.
Tap in.
That was dope.
Tap
Very intellectual, man. And
Let everybody know where to find you.
Y'all can find me on Instagram, VinaLove. You can find me on TikTok, same place. And find all my music on Apple Music, Tidal, Spotify, Google Play, all that good stuff. And my videos on Worldstar on YouTube. I just dropped a song with Jack Boy called All That Cash, and the video's out as well. Me and my mom directed it. Shout out to Wave for shooting it. And I edited, also co-edit myself. So I really hope y'all like the video. It's me grown up. It's grown up Vina if you've been here for a minute. But if you new here, hey y'all, All That Cash, go stream, go get that today. And yeah, it's your girl, man. Harlem World.
Sho-Time TV.
I
Chill Will, Vina Love. We out, you know? I like that. That was fire. That was a dope conversation.
Yeah, man.
You fucked my head up. I'm expecting like, damn.
Baby, that's why I said intellectual. She
Yeah,
love
that
your
was-
intellectual.
that was